Have you met any of the like your influencers or any of the bands that you're into now since you've been touring around?
Yeah, there's been a few people that I've really been excited to meet. Like I got to meet. There have been like some really cool people that I probably wouldn't normally tour with that I got to meet. Like I met Patty Griffin. I met Steve Earle, who I really like. I met Mindy Smith. I really like kind of like Americana music. It's probably like my favorite kind of music, you know. These are all like artists like that I really love. When I first got started, it was I'm running into John Mayer quite a bit, and that was really cool because I was when I was in high school, I just really liked his music when he first started out, and so it was kind of cool. And then let's see who else I met BB King. Like these are all people that normally I wouldn't get to meet at like a normal radio show or just get to go on tour with. You know, it's really cool.
Of the Spill Canvas now, and they're not exactly the same type of music as you. Have you found it kind of hard to be gaining fans, or have they been kind of receptive to the kind of music you're playing?
You know, again, like the whole iPod thing has just opened up. It's taken the mixtape to the next level. You know, and it's rare that you'll hear somebody's mixtape and it'll be like, here's my emo rock mix, or here's my singer-songwriter mix. Like sometimes, but a lot of times it'll be like Black Eyed Peas and a Coldplay into like, you know, I don't know, you know, like some Hotel Cafe kind of sounding artist, you know, or Colby Calais or something, you know, and this is the kind of tour where it's like that, where like Spill and I are kind of different, although we might have different like subgenres, like maybe, you know, for the most part of our fans are kind of the same, you know, like they like dig good songs, and the Spill Canvas is that kind of band, you know. At the end of the day, they're kind of like, they write great songs and they write like pop songs, you know. The other bands, because the other bands are on tour, I think everyone kind of writes these really cool songs. Now the tour is like more of a rock tour, which is my first tour being on like this. But I was like, I don't know how I could ever go back. I wish the tour kept going. Like the energy of this kind of tour is so much cooler than the other tours I've been on, and the fans, you know, like after getting to go on stage after hearing two like really amped up bands play is so much more fun than going on after somebody solo acoustic. Like it's just so much more energy all of a sudden, you know. So I'm like just loving this tour.
Do you ever get nervous that like you won't be able to keep up with the energy?
Yeah, the first few shows of the tour I was like, this was a mistake, like, you know. But luckily I've been with my band for a long time and they're really cool guys and great players, and we all really look out for each other, and we just kept thinking, okay, how can we make this, you know, how can we keep the energy up and not be like a down part of the set, you know, for this tour. And I think and now it just got to the point where we're just having so much fun with it, you know, that I think all these other bands have really kind of helped me, you know, bring my show up to the next level, I think, you know. I ain't missing you at all. Since you've been gone, I ain't missing you. No matter there's a message that I'm sending. Dead or alive cover any one of your songs, who would it be and which song? I would love, I think probably I would love to have Jackson Browne cover this song I wrote called Hard to Love. That's coming out on this new record that'll be out at the end of the year. I really like him, and he's like one of my favorite artists, and I think it'd be great to have him sing that song or do a duet with him, you know.
work from a college campus that has a lot of performing arts people and has a lot of bands that have started. What advice would you give them?
You know, it's hard to replace good musicianship, and that doesn't always involve talent. Like talent can like be a help, but a lot of it's just like hard work, you know, and practice. And it's hard to say no to somebody who's good. There's always ways around that, though. You could be not good and still make it, and there always are the exceptions where you're really good and don't make it. But it's kind of the only sure thing out there. You know, the only thing you really have control over is getting better, and you know, at some point you have to define yourself what like making it is, because you could be really good and you could have a ton of fans, and to some people that's making it, and to you you'd be like, oh, I'm not where I want to be yet, you know. But the point is, like, if you're good, like, you're great. So nothing can replace practice or getting tight or writing. You know, writing and practicing is just like huge, you know, and something that'll never stop, you know. That's the part of the job I feel like you always are gonna have to do, you know, whether you're U2 or whether you're some beginning band, you know, you're always going to have to be practicing and writing, you know.
Okay, great. Thank
Cool.
you.